It's been a tough year that has brought many challenges for the NYPD. 2020 is projected to end with a 14-year high for shootings. Welcome back. I'm Natalie Duddridge.
And I'm Dick Brennan. We can tell you that the Department of Investigation just released a scathing report on the police handling of this summer's unrest.
CBS 2's Bauman sat down with NYPD Commissioner Dermot Shea, and she joins us live from the police headquarters in Lower Manhattan with more on that, Allie.
Well, the police commissioner has had many sleepless nights since he was sworn in last December. We talked about his plans for making the city safer in 2021. He told me some of the ways he believes the department can be reformed and acknowledged the hard work needed to regain the trust of some New Yorkers. It's been a year like no other for the nation's largest police department and its 44th commissioner, Dermot Shea.
I think people will be talking about this period of time for a long time.
A pandemic, a rise in violent crime, and of course the massive weeks-long protests across the city following the death of George Floyd in Minneapolis this May.
I don't think we were fully prepared for what we saw in May, the speed of it and the intensity of the immediate violence.
Last week, the Department of Investigation released a 111-page report on the NYPD's response to these demonstrations, finding the department was not prepared and its use of excessive force heightened tensions.
I also covered the protests daily for weeks during the spring and summer, and the report was pretty damning. And my question is, how could the best police force in the country have been so unprepared for these large-scale protests?
There are things that clearly I think we can do better, from having clear policies and outlining to everyone our intentions. I think we got away a little bit from some of the training that we could have done better to the boots on the ground.
If officers had been better trained for dealing with these kinds of protests, do you believe there would have been fewer clashes between police and protesters?
That's a great point. The good news is that we're looking internally, probably harsher than anyone will look at us, and we have already identified a number of things that we think we need to either speed the clock up on or do better.
The commissioner acknowledged the public perception of the department has suffered as a result.
There's no doubt that we took a hit this year in our trust, but there's also a bigger picture going on again when you look at the whole country. So it's not like we're saying, oh no, this isn't a New York problem. The problems were here as well. But if you're going to be honest, it runs much deeper than law enforcement, and it goes to inequities, and it goes to racism, and it goes to opportunity. But you see these things play out much beyond law enforcement.
Governor Cuomo has given all local police departments until April to create a plan for reforming themselves or lose state funding. Shea says the NYPD is running full speed ahead.
We've had listening tours all over New York City. I got a presentation from my Deputy Commissioner of Strategic Initiatives yesterday. At the end of the day, it's on us to change. There's never going to be, in my opinion, change that's affected better from the outside than the inside.
The city is also seeing a disturbing rise in violent crime. This year, murders are up 39%, burglaries up 41%, and shootings nearly double.
How are officers right now working to get guns off the streets?
We have to really redouble our efforts on gang violence. We have to continue to work with our partners in the criminal justice system. We're going to need help from some of the laws.
Shea assumed his role as New York City's top cop last December. He stayed coy about how long he plans to continue as commissioner.
What do you feel your legacy will be as police commissioner?
Not perfect, but it's trying to do what's right for the NYPD. I'm equally as concerned about New Yorkers in general and trying to do right for them. And, you know, if that's a legacy, I'll take it.
As for his future with the department, the commissioner told me he's taking it one day at a time. His goal is to get New Yorkers' quality of life and safety back to where it should be, and says after that, everything else is gravy. We're live from Lower Manhattan. Allie Bauman, CBS 2 News.
All right, Allie, thanks very much. Nice interview.